Phoenix FM News Bulletin, I'm Marchford Gardner reporting. Concerns are being raised about unacceptable noise levels by students of Tubman University who converge at the corridors of the academic gallery to argue about their voices over non-academic matters. Victor Morris, Director for Student Development and Learning Support Services, walked into our studio Wednesday to register the issue.
We thought to register this because it has become continuous. The academic gallery is a combination of classes and offices. Unfortunately, most of our students don't seem to realize that, especially during the morning hours. Students are found gathered at the entrance of the wing of the building that has the computer lab and the various chemistry and agriculture lab. They will stay in the lobby and indiscriminately argue above their voices. Sometimes the argument becomes so irritating that you don't even concentrate in your office.
In a related development, the Department of Student Development and Learning Support Services at Tubman University is coming up with a freshman seminar to orientate students of the university for college life and career development, setting them to make good choices in their academic lives. The seminar, now set for Friday, September 30, was postponed last week on the count of rain.
It's the first among 3 series that we are to have for freshman students. It's a freshman seminar actually meant to prepare freshman students for preparing for academics. But this first one was to be a combination of preparing them for effective study skills and career development. Unfortunately, it was interrupted by the rain. So we're hoping to have it on Friday, the 30th at 3 p.m.
Journalists from across Liberia are gathering in Saniquili, Nimba County to observe activities marking the 58th anniversary of the Press Union of Liberia. The PUL is an umbrella organization established September 30, 1964 for media practitioners and institutions in Liberia, working to protect the rights of journalists and protecting free speech. Phoenix FM is being represented by Brian Deere, who doubles as the PUL's coordinator in Maryland County, and Vanessa Seki. Several other journalists from Maryland County are also representing their institutions at the events in Saniquili, Nimba County. December Dawson, a leading Grable musician who is representing Maryland County in the ongoing National Heritage and Cultural Challenge, is calling on Marylanders at home and abroad for support. The program, which kicked off August 27 with a country cook contest, saw Maryland County come second among 15 counties.
The first program we had on August 27 was the country cook, and each county cooked their favorite dish. Like for us in Maryland County, it's an open secret that our favorite soup is pan butter. And Maryland was pronounced the winner for that competition, but surprisingly 15 million for the program to end. It came the other way around, which the organizer too was angry with the mobilizers and the MC because they pronounced Maryland winner, and everyone cheered for Maryland for more than 1 hour. At the end of the program, they pronounced Kickman was the first place winner and we were at second place.
Mr. Dawson praised Hopper District Representative P. Mike Jury and former Senator John Balut for their support to Team Maryland, but frowned at the Legislative Caucus for not responding to their call for support. He added that Representative Isaac Blelu Roland of Calway District told them point blank that he will not support the team because former Senator Balut is the focal person. Some sports news now. The one-of-its-kind Old Timers Soccer League, organized by the local football association in Maryland County, draws to a close Sunday, October 1 at the Martha Tubman Sports Stadium, with Huffman Station locking horns with Talbot Drive for the third place title at 2 p.m., while Bassar Community sorts things out with New Crew Town in the grand final at 4 p.m. The league kicked off in Hopper September 24 when Bassar Community went against Huffman Station in the opening match.
Let me just give you a little information about this whole Old Timer League. Our rules and regulation is such that we're going to have real Old Timer playing. So we say you must be 35 years in the ball to partake in the tournament.
In other sports news, Jaira Solid Foundation High School of Maryland County has reached this year's ISA National High School Championship after defeating CMFI High School 1-0 and Grace Gospel High School 2-1. They meet Grace Agape High School in the grand final on Thursday, September 29 at the SKD Sports Complex practice pitch in Monrovia at 1 p.m. And finally, on the international scene, France on Tuesday offered its full support to the Ivory Coast in its bitter spat with Mali over 46 Ivorian soldiers detained by Bamako since July. The initial arrest of 49 soldiers after their arrival at Bamako airport July 10 sparked a diplomatic row between the two West African neighbors. 3 women in the group were subsequently released. French Interior Minister Gerald Damani said France is in full support of Ivory Coast. He made the remarks during a visit to Abidjan, where he held talks with Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara. Ivory Coast says the soldiers were sent on a routine rotation for personnel who provide backup services for the UN peacekeeping mission in Mali, MINUSMA, and has called for their immediate and unconditional release. But Mali's military-led government says the troops had no orders or supporting documents and described them as mercenaries. Relations between France and Mali have chilled, culminating in the final pullout of their last troops from Mali 9 years after they were welcomed to help fight a jihadist-fueled insurgency. Mali now depends on Russia to fill in that void. And that's the shape of our news bulletin. Stay tuned to Phoenix FM 102.7 24 hours a day for more programs. I'm Rutherford Gardner reporting.